worms and germs. It is 8:20 a.m. I've been awake for a very long time because I had a cinnamon bun last night and I'm drinking detox tea to hopefully eradicate the sugar from my system. Because, guys, I need to concentrate. Do you know why? I got offered an interview for my dream PhD project, which has been my dream for about 3 months, but still a dream nonetheless. And I thought it would be fun to film a interview prep video. Okay, first thoughts, I was freaking out because I was like, what do you mean this interview stands in between me and said dream? That's terrifying. And so I'm actually just thinking of it as an exam, and I'm gonna prep for it like I would an exam. I've been given an email with the expectations of me and some of the questions that I'll be asked. I have to give a presentation and then it will move into regular questioning. It's about half an hour online with 4 people. Crazy. I've also reached out to some people who have done the program before me, and I'm going to meet with them over the next week and a half. I've got a week and a half till the exam. And I'm also meeting my advisor and then also my DIS supervisor. So I think I'm going to meet them tomorrow, which means today, after I've gone rock climbing in Dundee, which absolutely is a necessity, I will come back and try and have an outline of my presentation. I've recoded my stimuli for my dissertation project because that's what I'm going to be presenting on. I also would like to have read up a bit, well, a lot about the project and all of the links cited in the project upload, then be prepared to ask her any clarifying questions. I already have a few. And then one of the girls I reached out to who's already done it actually sent me some questions. So I also would like to prepare some of them and then come up with a next week game plan. That is the update. I also have 2 parcels to drop off at the post office, which are quite large. And I'm moving house, not sure when. So it's all happening at once, and I am having minor heart palpitations every now and then because of a lack of sleep. The scaries about the interview, I'm not gonna lie, I just have this feeling in my gut that they're not gonna pick me. I don't know if I'm like cursing myself by saying that out loud, but that's honestly how I feel. And so I'm kind of just seeing the interview as the thing I'm working towards because I just feel like they're not gonna pick me, but I can just do my best. And that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna prepare like I've never prepared before, and then that's that. That's all I'm thinking about. But I just like get a sense of dread in my stomach every now and then, which is wonderful to navigate. I'm gonna wash my dishes, make my bed. I think I'll sit on the computer for a bit. The pewter. I'm just debating because post office crazy busy sometimes. But the rock climb timing is kind of relaxed, so I think we'll be okay. I'm trying to think that that's not set in stone. Welcome. Let's see how this goes. I thought I would quickly show you what I'm taking to the library for the day food because I feel like I finally hit my stride with enough satiation. So I have some carrots, corn cocktail sausages, apple, rice cakes in this little reusable baggie. I actually need to pick up some more rice cakes because these are so fun to just crunch on mindlessly. This, which I'm gonna put in a container that I don't have to put sideways. It is my korma tofu bean veg thing. And then also sandwich. I've got some hot chocolate powder in here and enough milk. Snacks sorted. Okay, so I also just wanted to say, because I didn't really film this, but I did meet with 8 different people who went through the interview process. Okay, hi everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to be concise, but I spent the morning volunteering on this surf club, which is absolutely besides the point of this video, but I'm cream cracker knackered and the words are they're not moving the way they normally do. But anyways, I really recommend if you're going through a PhD interview experience or any interview experience, if you can try and talk to people who have been through the process themselves, that's really helpful. The questions I asked them were, what was your interview experience? Can you remember any questions? Do you have any advice? What would you do differently? So I basically asked that in terms of the actual interview. And then I also asked them, having been on the program now for a year or 2 years, what are your thoughts on the program? What is something specific about this funding agency that you think is really helpful? And how has that specifically helped your PhD study? Literally, I was interviewing them. I was interviewing all these people. This textbook is actually very helpful. It's got everything I need. But I think today might need to be a matcha day. It's so comfy. But the library is just calling. And I must stand some. I have to drink my matcha now, otherwise I won't sleep. We will not have sleep tonight. Hello, you catch me at the packing station. But before we go, I thought, I'm gonna write to the list. This is my unofficial everything notes list, but I'm gonna do a today list. So the first thing I wanna do is go over neuroscience measures that will be used in the project, aka EEG. Did that a bit yesterday, but I wanna read the textbook essentially. And then also theory of mind. And then I wanna go through this doc that PI gave me, which had a list of experiments and just a bunch of information from a meeting, and within that make a sort of common experiments bubble map / paradigms. And then I want to go through the music element relating to my disc project, and then maybe more broadly, and then we should be ready to make our presentation. So then I want to work on that, make presentation. Okay, I was interrupted. Before meeting tomorrow, I want to have basically read through all my documents. Right now, I would say I've got a lot of scattered notes, and I want to have a consolidated one bubble map, one presentation, one document, questions. All my questions, everything I'm going to discuss / talk about, one piece of paper. That's what I want. But I need to do lots of bubble maps and lots of writing before I can consolidate into one doc. So that's where we're at. Okay guys, I guess I'm just a food vlogger now. Sandwich, a spoon and a fork, rice cakes, corn snacking eggs and carrots, and then my leftover tofu from last night. You're now leaning against the matcha. We have rolled up A3 paper, which I absolutely took from the printer. I don't know if that's allowed, but I do it. I have my water bottle, textbook, laptop, chargers, to-do list, pen, colourful pen pots, should the moment strike. I need to get a jumper and a jacket and caboodle. Go. I'm in the stream. Well, I'm next to the stream. Oh, I'm grounding. Monday. The chronicles of all this happening whilst trying to navigate moving house. Amusing. I'm gonna take some big stream breaths. It's 8:30. That's the good thing about the sun. It wakes me up early and gets me going, because I just don't like lying there. Sometimes I like lying there. Hello, I'm in the room, a bit sweaty, but I met my co-supervisor for the first time online, and my supervisor, because I'm going over my presentation with my main supervisor to practice giving it to more people tomorrow, and then do a practice interview the day after. So that's the update. I hope that made sense. I'm actually gonna film my run through. It is the night before my interview. Last night I didn't sleep at all. Like, really not that great. Now I just feel like it is what it is. I did a meditation, so I'm ready for race day. Goal. I am slipping. I just am a very nervous smiler. The lighting here is quite bad actually. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna make a little like piece of paper with some notes, and I might scream into the abyss that is my soul, and then roughly might be time for my interview. It's just so funny. It's just like, it is what it is. I don't know, I feel like this whole process has been really illuminating, and we will see where we go from here. But I'm gonna do that. I need to go find paper, aka take paper from the printer. Okay. Okay, and then the piece de resistance. What we've all been waiting for. Did I get my interview spot? No. I actually did not. I got waitlisted. So that was kind of sad, because I really enjoyed the interview and I felt like it went really well, and I got waitlisted. And so I was like, wow, you can do all this preparation, you can meet all these people, and you can get waitlisted. And this was the only PhD I applied to. So it's kind of like, oh well, I didn't come here for a PhD, I came here for a master's, and this was a cool opportunity, so I applied for it, got great experience. But yeah, getting waitlisted was a bit devastating. However, I was grateful for being waitlisted because it showed me that I was actually really keen on the project. I spoke to my project supervisor and she let me know about some other funding in the department, and I applied to that. And then I found out I got off the waitlist. So yay! I did in the end actually get it. Sorry, that was a roller coaster. Boop, 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 boop. This happened all within a week, I guess. I found out I got waitlisted, and then I applied to the other place, and then the following Tuesday I literally had to wait a week. So I feel really lucky for that. I found out I got it. That was my one and only PhD interview experience. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. And good luck for whatever you're doing, or like, just hope you're having a nice day if you're just watching this.